Are you some sort of sovereign citizen or something?
No, sir, I do not work for the police.
What is up, my people? How are you? To mother effing day. I hope you are well. Yeah. Here's a video from Institute for Justice. This is a long video. I'm going to be covering this cop they discuss in the full video. You should watch this full video. It's very informative. Institute for Justice is amazing. Not only should you subscribe to them, you should give them money. I've never said this about anybody that I remember other than Institute for Justice. But towards the end of this episode, the lady asks one of the lawyers a question, and she says, what kind of immunities are there besides qualified immunity? Because it sounds like it's not just qualified immunity. It's not just Terry v. Ohio. It seems like the government has made themselves literally above the law to a degree which is still being unearthed. So listen to them tell you. They're more credible than me, the high school dropout. So enjoy. Thanks for watching. Much love. And you should watch this original too. And give IJ some money, man. They're doing God's work. No joke.
I think we're just about out of time, but really quickly, we've talked a lot about qualified immunity here, but it's, just one of the many sort of immunity doctrines that kind of keep people from being able to bring these cases. So can you quickly kind of highlight a couple of these
That's a great
things?
last question.
There you go. Just list them.
We'll be here for another 30
We're
minutes.
almost out, but give me this litany of things. Ready to go.
Yeah, I mean,
30 seconds.
So of course you have qualified immunity, you have prosecutorial immunity, which is absolute. You have judicial immunity, which is absolute. You have restriction on a cause of action against federal officials, which we call federal immunity, which is getting closer to absolute. You have a lot of things that aren't actually called immunities, but are actually immunities. So the issue in our Gonzalez versus Trevino case was one of these, where the courts had concocted a way that you couldn't bring First Amendment retaliation cases. There's another one called Heck versus Humphrey that is a huge issue in another prosecutorial immunity case that IJ is litigating right now, which says that if you've been convicted or sentenced for something, you basically can't challenge it through a lawsuit unless you get that conviction set aside in some fashion. And so there really is, when we started this project, we had a few of these immunities as stated targets. And then as we litigated this for years and years and years, we just kept finding them under every rock we flipped over. And so the list of this, which you can look at on our website, and we'll just continue getting deeper and deeper, if I have to guess, over the next 5, 10, 15 years, is already quite long. And each one of these things can pose a stumbling block. And the real frustration is that in a lot of cases, there will be more than one of these doctrines. And sort of what ends up happening often is, you'll be able to overcome one, and the court will sort of split the baby and say, oh, well, too bad you didn't do the other one instead, because that would have been the way that you really could have prevailed here. And it always just feels to me like that seems to be a convenient out in these cases, and that's the way the government uses them. And the result is that a lot of Americans end up having their rights violated, and they have no remedy in American courts. And I think fundamentally that would be shocking to anyone who understands the way that our constitutional republic is supposed to operate.